Hello, beautiful Geminis, and welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me here. Let's get a general energy of what is going on for Gemini. Things you may need to know about Gemini. Ooh, the light. Progress, common sense on your journey. Finding your destiny in humanity. So it's like a rebirth. You're making progress and you're using your common sense on your journey. You're finding your destiny, and your destiny has something to do with bringing a light to humanity, Gemini. So let's see what the universe wants you to know about this. You may have a message to pass on to humanity. You could be a guide. This is duality. You cannot have the light without the dark. This is making progress. So every journey has its good and it's not so good, and every journey has duality. Duality meaning you cannot have the light without the dark. So you may be a guide. You may be guiding people in love situations, helping people with their love situations, helping people with their anger. You could be angry. This is duality, anger and love, help, and you cannot make progress. This is duality. Sometimes things are good and sometimes they're not so good. But you're giving a message of guidance to humanity. There's no, anger is a natural emotion, same as love. It's what you choose, which master you choose. You can choose to remain angry, or you can choose to be that of love and care about humanity. This is the dark and the light. You know what I mean? Nothing can always be of the light. Without the dark, we would not have, without the dark, they need each other to coexist. But it's a choice we make. It's a choice. Okay, the Temple of the Rose, ancient power, expression, and scarlet codes. The Holy Grail, stop the endless searching. It's an inner quest. The Sacred Union, beloved within. Inner and outer relationships. It all starts from within. It's like everybody thinks sacred unions is with a masculine or a feminine. Well, actually, the first sacred union is with self and with spirit, God, whatever you call your higher being. It is a love affair with self. It's an inward journey, and the first sacred union we have should be with ourselves and with spirit, and with all that is sacred. Unseen help, support, and it could be from community. After the rain, the silver lining, relief, hope, mercy, it's over, and acceptance is here. So having to accept, not everything always works out the way that we want it to, but there is always a silver lining. There is also something we learn with each and every lesson we go through. The first sacred union you should be hoping for is a sacred union with self and with your God, or you, whatever you want to call it. Actually, the journey begins with us and the journey ends with us. There could be some conflict. This is a love situation and a decision or a choice. It's our choice or people's choice. Now there could be some hurt here. That's the yin and the yang. You cannot have the dark without the light. That's what makes balance. Like, you need both. You need both. This is 10 of Cups. So somebody might be afraid, or this is negative thinking. I don't know, it could be negative thinking. It could be to do with a blessing. It could be to do with self-respect, respect, honor, integrity. It is a choice. So this is finding balance. Now, it could be to do with community. It could be to do with family. Let's see where this is going. After the rain, the silver lining. I mean, there's healing here. You could be healing in the community. You could be healing people in your family. It's like, or you yourself could be healing. This could be a soul contract. This could be someone soul searching for love. Well, this is the Holy Grail. Everything you seek is within you. Everything you seek, if you have unity within you and you have unity in what you're doing, it's like you can choose love, love of humanity perhaps, love of family, love of self. These are choices we're faced with. I don't know where this is going yet. What is this betrayal about? You could feel betrayed, or someone may have betrayed you. Is this conflict over love? Conflicts over love? Conflicts over family? Conflicts over community? Or is someone jealous? Angry? This is defeat. This can be clarify this Five of Swords here, Spirit. What's the Five of Swords in this reading? Someone feels jealous, ignored, perhaps, or somebody could have, what's this? Acting like they don't care, acting like they're not interested. This is somebody talking about making a decision. So look, this person is always searching. They're searching outside themselves. Like they're making decisions, Gemini, based upon something else that's out there. This person is not going. They need to go inward, but they refuse to go inward. This is like they're searching for something that will fulfill them. And they're never going to find it until they search within themselves. This person is outwardly searching for something, and they base their decisions upon external things, like waiting for someone else to make them happy, waiting for someone else to fill them up. And honestly, it's up to them to fill themselves up. This is someone who aimlessly keeps searching for greener grass, perhaps, or acts like, they get easily bored or disinterested because they're looking externally at outside fulfillment to make them feel, they feel void without it, because quite honestly, they don't love themselves. And if someone does not love themselves, how can you love anyone else? They're always searching, and they base their decisions on outward searches. They're searching, looking for someone to fill the void within them when they have to find that void themselves and fill their own cup up. And it's like, that's a big responsibility onto someone to make someone else happy, when it's up to themselves to make themselves happy. Someone's figured this out. Someone has figured this out. This is probably, someone who is a leader. They could be healing. They could have healed. They've been hurt, but they've chose to still keep their heart space open in love. This person here fills themselves up with love. This person searches outside themselves for love. And like they'll find a love, right? But then it's void. They're never content. And the reason they're not content is because they don't know how to love themselves. So don't be judging yourself or blaming yourself for anything. This person will take accountability for whatever you feel you're accountable for, but it's not your choice. It's not your life path to fill someone else up, because it's like a bottomless pit. How can you possibly fill someone up with love who is void? Because if this person took the time to fill themselves up, they would be able to love themselves and they would be able to love others. They would. They would be able to, but this person is always searching, makes their decisions, searching for something better. There's got to be something better. There's got to be something better. And how many people do you have to go through to find out that everything you need is within you? The first love that you should have is the love with, that's to me a sacred union. Like we hear about sacred unions all the time, but the first sacred union you have is you with your maker. Because that's who's going to be with you when you no longer are here. People come and go from our lives, lovers, friends, family members. But the only thing that is consistent is the love we have for ourselves, our own souls, and that which connection we have to Source, Spirit, God, whatever you believe in. This person is searching for love and is never content, even when they have it right in front of their face. And that's because they do not know how to love themselves. They do not know how. They don't know how. They're blind. They're indecisive. They can never choose. It's like they'll make a choice, they'll get with someone, it's all lovey-dovey at first, but then it gets boring and they want to search for something better. And the problem with that is they'll never find what they're searching for, because until they love themselves, they will not. They will always feel void. This person needs a rebirth, man. I'm telling you. How can you love someone when you are selfish? How is that love? Which is why their relationship keeps failing. It's like one-sided love. It's like this person figures it's somebody's job to love them, or to make them feel good all the time, to be attentive to them, it's like that is too high of a demand upon anyone. It's up to you to make me happy. No, it's up to yourself to make yourself happy. And then they walk away. I'm telling you. You know, they leave a trail of destruction. Like they do. They're a destructive force. And they head out to the next relationship without taking the time to heal. They just go from like one situation, one relationship to another, to another, to another, and they don't take the time out to do the healing work that is required, like love of self. An empress knows how to love themselves. They do. They know how. They know how to love others, and they know how to love themselves. This is like this person is I don't know. Maybe they're logical. Maybe this is understanding. Maybe this is common sense. I don't know. Maybe someone is spiritual and maybe someone thinks logically. This is also divorce. It can be a divorce. You know what I mean? This person may have been hurt by a divorce or something like that. I don't know. It's like this person needs to heal. They get angry when their relationships end. They're carrying around bitterness from their past. It could be bitterness over a divorce or bitterness over, this is anger. This is trauma. This is an emperor who is saying they've been traumatized or they're stressed out about a divorce or they're stressed out about the past. It's like they carry this with them. It's carrying around anger, bitterness. Maybe they think more logically now. You know, they may have been hurt themselves. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. It could be self-sabotage too, or they're hiding something that they're embarrassed about or that they regret or that they feel ashamed of. It's baggage. They carry it into each new relationship. They close out one chapter, they start a new chapter, but they carry this with them. And because they're carrying this with them, this is an emperor who's been carrying around this baggage. And they bring this baggage into each new relationship. And it's like, woe is me, woe is me. I'm angry, I'm stressed, I got all this baggage, but I'm going to bring it right into a new relationship. I'll bring it into the next relationship with me, and the next person can fix me, can heal me. Instead of doing the healing work themselves, they're making it their partner's job to fix them, to heal them, to fill the void in them. But quite honestly, that's too much of any person to ask. It is okay to love someone. It's okay to communicate with someone. It's okay to try to help someone. But until they do that healing work themselves, they're going to keep carrying this baggage. They're going to keep carrying it around in anger and bitterness and hurt. And, you know, we have, like the old Cherokee elders used to say, a man has two wolves within him. It's which one do you feed? And we all have that choice. Every single one of us. This person chooses to go from relationship to relationship, carrying all this into the new relationships. And then they learn to regret this, or they have feels, woe is me. And you cannot bring that. That's too big of a job for anybody to fix. They have to take the time. How long? I don't know. Till you're healed. When you're no longer angry. When you're no longer feeling hurt. But this person jumps from the fat to the fire and they get burned, and they burn others along the way. Yeah, it's like they think it's all fun and exciting at first to have all these options, but then they get into them and expect different results with the same actions. It's all ends the same. And it is, a lot of us have repeated that journey, but this person's got to find their own way. They've got to learn, okay? You cannot love someone. This is the Holy Grail. This is unconditional love. This is like, if you don't get right with your own internal self, you can't get right with anybody else. And somebody has gotten right with themselves and someone else has not. And that's the bottom line. We hear a lot about learning lessons and all that stuff, and it sounds cliche, but it's the truth. We keep repeating these things until we learn. It's like, stop going from one relationship to another and take the time to heal. And some people take a month, 2 weeks, a week. Some people take years. Everybody heals on their own time frame and their own timing. You're not in any rush. And this person should not. They go from one relationship to another and carrying all this baggage into the new relationship. You can guide someone. You can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make them drink. And that's what's going on here. You cannot love somebody better. Love is a powerful tool, but it's a journey which is a personal journey. They have to do it for themselves. That's codependency. That's codependency. That's not independency, that's codependency. Relying on someone else for your happiness, or relying on someone else to fulfill you, or relying on someone else to make you happy. And it's not that person's job to make someone else happy. That's codependency. That's not equal reciprocity. This person has growing to do. Maybe they have trust issues. This is independency. This is balance. This is stability. This is independent. When you can live independently and love your life and love those around you and love yourself, you could be ready for a relationship if you choose to have one. This person's not ready. They're not. I don't care. It's the battle within. This person is always fighting themselves. Fighting themselves. It's an internal struggle. It's an internal battle. Oh boy. So this person gets their walls up, gets their dander up, gets their defensiveness up. And it's like when someone forms that many walls around them, they're blocking out love. And they're blocking out their blessings at the same token. They just jump right on in. You know what I mean? Fly-by-nighter. Thinking, oh yeah, this one will make me happy. That one will make me happy. This is gonna make me happy. This person is closed off. This person is about me. And until they get the me out of their vocabulary and talk about we, how can you have a happy home? How can you have stability? They're like, this time I'm going to be happy. This person will make me happy. That situation will make me happy. I'll be happy when. And this is the truth. It's like this person, I don't know. It's their actions. I don't know, Gemini. This person talks like I don't know. I think you've done a lot of changing, Gemini. I think that you could be giving guidance now to a community with the things that you've learned. You could be saying, thank God it's over. Thank God it's over. After the rain, the silver lining comes out. So it seems as if it makes like, what it does is make like a Queen of Cups into a Queen of Swords. It makes like a King of Cups into a King of Swords. Because of these walls, this defensiveness, it's like I can still be loving, but I know when to use this sword if I need to. I'm not afraid to use this sword if I have to and cut people out. I know my worth, I know my value. I've changed. I'm finding my destiny. I'm finding my, I care about humanity and I care about other people. It's just that I'm going to be more practical and logical at the same time. I know, like, I know I can trust myself. I know my worth. I know my value. And my heart space, underneath the Queen of Swords is the Queen of Cups. It is. They're soft inside. They are. Queen of Swords gets the Queen of Swords up because they don't want to get hurt. Well, who in their right mind would? And I'm not afraid to use that sword if I need to. I'm balanced. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable in my own skin. I know who my friends are. I know who my friends are not. I know who supports me and who does not. That's the silver lining. And you may be passing along that guidance to other people, which is valuable information. It truly is. Because, let's face it, life ain't easy. It's not. It's just not. But anything worth having usually doesn't come easy. After every tower comes out the rainbows and the silver lining. There's always something to learn with every situation, every relationship, every friendship, every family situation. There's something to learn and to grow from. The sun always comes out, after every storm. You need the rain. You need the sun to grow. You need the storms in order to know what it is to have calm and peace. This is quite often, I can't tell you why. It just is. It just is. It teaches us to be grateful for what we have. It teaches us to be grateful for what we have learned. It teaches us to be grateful and that wisdom and knowledge, you know what? It gets passed to somebody. It gets passed along. It could give guidance to others. Like when people say, why did this happen? Why has this happened to me? Maybe it happened for you. I used to think that when I was pretty young. I would question things. I always have. Since I've been little. I drove my parents insane. I swear to God. Why? I have to see it to understand it. It's like, why? How come? Same in school. Why? How does that work? And my brain would not shut off until I asked those questions. And so in my personal journey, I did ask why. Why did this tragedy have to happen, or why something had to happen? And I don't always get my answers, Gemini. I'm going to be honest. I don't always get my answers, but the need to know falls away. And acceptance takes its place. It just is that way. Or it's just because sometimes we are not in control of other people's choices. We only can choose for ourselves. And sometimes we make bad choices, but it's nothing to beat yourself up about. God, what a boring world this would be if we never made mistakes. What a boring place this would be if we never grew. I know Geminis don't like being bored. Freedom. Don't let regrets get in your path of freedom. I mean, maybe I should have did this differently. Maybe I should have been that, or should have done this, or should have done that. We can't live our life on woulda, coulda, shoulda. We gotta live our life on what is. And we gotta live ourselves I don't know. If there are regrets, make amends. If you need to make apologies, make apologies. If you need to I don't know. It's freeing. The truth is freeing. It always frees you. It's like a huge weight being dumped off your shoulders. When you carry around a burden, people can't believe me. Like, quite honestly, I've lost a child, and now it's coming on the 2nd year. And that's very difficult. Very difficult. It's harder than any relationship. It's harder than anything. I think losing a child is probably one of the most difficult things to endure. And I think I handled it really well. I honestly do. I said everything that I needed to say before my child passed. And sometimes I get caught up in maybe I should have did this or maybe I should have done that. And I quickly correct myself because I know that my child would not want me to feel responsible for anything because my child is at peace. And I'm not going to hold my child back from happiness and peace. And sometimes, people just leave our lives when they're called. Same with lovers, same with friends, same with family members. It's like the lesson may have been learned. You know what I mean? The lesson may have been learned. And they're called to something else. They're called to a higher mission. I believe that the soul does go on, and they're called to something higher. When people have experienced their life the way that they have, I think there's a higher calling. And when it's your time to go, it's just your time to go. Same within relationships. It's like some people are not meant to stay. Some people are meant to be cut away after a certain time. And there's always a silver lining. Always. And it's saying so. So you may see a silver lining no matter what kind of struggle you've been through or what kind of situation or painful event you've been through. There is always a silver lining. You just gotta look for it because it is there. And you got that sword for a reason, Gemini. Take care.